Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm Gaming Quitte, the most delicious Quitte of them all, and today I want to talk about another 5 franchises that I would love to see do a collab with Dragalia Lost. I did this last year already, and while we haven't gotten a new collab since then, I think it's still fun to dream a bit, no matter how impossible it would be. Before we start dreaming though, I did ask you guys which collabs you would like to see in Dragalia, and expected like a few comments. Well, it's over 100 comments, so I will make another video about your wishes in the future, taking a look at what you want to see in Dragalia and talk about that. So if you want to see that and aren't subscribed yet, make sure to do so right now. The first thing I want to talk about is maybe not too impossible. At the beginning of last year, we did get a Persona 5 Strikers collaboration, and since the 25th anniversary of the Persona series is coming up, maybe we could get another collab with the series. So the obvious thing would be to get the missing members of the Phantom Thieves, but I also wouldn't mind getting a Persona 3 or Persona 4 collab. I mean, the gameplay mechanics are already there, we know how they would work, so just give us Minato or you at once, together with some other random characters like Teddy and Mitsuru. There is going to be a port of Persona 4 Arena for different platforms soon, so a collab with that would actually make a lot of sense to promote that, just like they did with Strikers. And it would be perfect because you could actually use characters from both Persona 3 and Persona 4, since they collide in that game anyway. After talking about a gaming franchise, let's talk about a real-life series. I would love if we would get a Scrubs collab with JD as a free character. When he shapeshifts, he transforms into Dr. Cox and okay, I'm joking. What I actually would love to see in Dragalia is a Fairy Tail collab. I'm a huge Fairy Tail fan, and since there is a Fairy Tail gacha out there, I guess it would kinda make sense to collab, though I don't think it's available worldwide, sadly. There is a Fairy Tail JRPG game for consoles and PC, which I'm currently playing and really loving it so far, aside the fact that the DLC politics and prices are absolutely absurd, and I could go on a rant for several minutes why I absolutely despise Gus for putting Bestial Lady behind a flocking paywall, but let's not drift off too far. We could get characters like Erza as a sword unit that has different stances for different outfits, or Lucy, she could be another whip character like Panther. The problem I see here is that other characters like Natsu, Cray, or even Wendy don't use weapons, so Dragalia would need to introduce a close combat fight class first, or they would just become Lance characters with another unique fighting style, I guess. I do think the Dragon Slayers would fit perfectly into a game like Dragalia Lost that is about dragons, and they could have the Dragon Force be their unique Dragon Drive mechanic. So there have been several Tales of gacha games in the past, and while they haven't been bad, they usually also weren't that great. And Bandai Namco usually kills off one the second a new one gets released, which kinda makes sense, but it's still a bit sad to see them go so quickly. I haven't tried out the most recent one, Tales of Luminaria, but I did play Tales of Arise, and while I do have some critique for the game, I loved most of it. I even got the Platinum trophy for it. Doing a collab with Arise would fit pretty well, since most of the characters can easily be placed on weapon classes in Dragalia. Xion would obviously be a mana caster, and Elfin would be a flame sword that hurts itself while attacking, kinda like Chelsea. My favorite character to play in Arise was Rinwell, and she could be a wand user. The overall setting of Arise and the aesthetics would fit perfectly into Dragalia, and we should absolutely get a huge giant Hootle as a dragon. Like, that's the one thing they would absolutely have to do for a collab. I also wouldn't mind collabs with other Tales of games, like Symphonia, though we already have Lloyd in the form of Gatov, and Vesperia to get a knife-wielding doggo in Dragalia. The next one on this list is absolutely 100% impossible. I guess that's my one weird wish per list. I love Tengen, Toppa, Gurren, Lagann, and I would just lose my marbles if we could see Kamina, Simon, and Yoko in Dragalia. Give us Simon in the Lagann that transforms into the Gurren Lagann when shapeshifting, and Yoko would, well, be a mana caster. Kamina would chop everything up with his blade. It is the 15th anniversary of the series, and oh by Ilya, I shouldn't have looked this up. I'm so flarking old. If you have never seen Gurren Lagann, please go watch it. It's so amazing and everyone should see it. I basically just put this on here so you would give the show a try after this video. Please, it's fantastic. Anyway, last but certainly not least is something a lot of us are wishing for. Quite a lot of you, as I have seen in the comments. I am talking about Xenoblade. It's an amazing franchise and I would love to get a mix of the series in Dragalia. Shulk as a possible character is kind of a no-brainer, and it would be amazing to hear / over and over again in Dragalia too. From Xenoblade X, which I totally have played a lot and not just for a few hours, so I totally didn't have to Google who the most liked character is, Elma would fit in perfectly as a mana caster. The most obvious unit in a Xenoblade collab would be Mythra and Pyra. Dragalia recently introduced a character switching mechanic with Ayaha and Atoa, so something like that would be perfect for the girls. And I might be a bit biased here, but putting best girl Nia into Dragalia would just be perfect. She could be such a fun healer with a cool shapeshift mechanic, which I won't talk about further, because people who have played Xenoblade 2 will know what I mean. If you have not played it, please go and do that as soon as possible, if possible. Anyway, getting Cramps as a dragon would be funny, and we should definitely get at least one Nopon in Dragalia. I'm going with Ricky because, well, he is the hero pawn, so let's get him as an axe unit too. Thanks, Nintendo. Okay, so I lied. There's one small more wish that I need to talk about before I end this video, and I am fully aware of how absolutely stupid it is, but I think it's kind of funny. So you might have noticed that I always have Blahai in the back of my videos with facecam, and well, that's because it's the best plushie there has ever been. So look, I know it's dumb, but wouldn't it be super funny to have Blahai as a dragon in Dragalia? A goofy looking cute plushie dragon should absolutely be a part of this game. And I mean, he's apparently so loved in Japan that there even is a new mascot of Blahai in a suit that has his own mini-series, but sadly seems to scare children in real life. Poor Blahai. So yeah, please put Blahai in Dragalia, IKEA and Nintendo and Cygames. Thank you. Like, this is so stupid. Anyway, that is my second list of collab wishes I would love to see in Dragalia. I hope you enjoyed the video and I would love to see more of your wishes in the comments below. Like I said, I will hopefully soon make a video on those because there was a lot of interesting stuff that you guys mentioned. If you want to know what I am up to when I don't make videos, follow me on Twitter or join our Discord, the links are down below. Thank you all so much for watching and I will see you in the next video. Bye!